You right. You hear what I said? You right.
What?
Feel like a goddamn Barbie.
There's something different about this fight week. Not quieter, not smoother, but bigger, louder, heavier. Because in just a matter of days, Claressa Shields has claimed Detroit like it's her personal kingdom. She placed herself in a top 5 GOAT conversation right next to Muhammad Ali, Kobe Bryant, and Serena Williams, and said it with her chest. She openly admitted she's been celibate for 5 weeks because she's fully locked into camp mode. She talked about cutting bread and comfort food while literally fantasizing about mozzarella sticks and that famous butter from Texas Roadhouse. And then, hold up, she turns around and posts a lavish Valentine's beach surprise orchestrated by PAPOOSE, complete with a plane writing her name across the sky and luxury Van Cleef and Arpels gifts on deck. That's not subtle promo energy. That's a carefully stacked narrative. What's good, Shadow family? Welcome back. And if you're new here, understand this isn't surface-level gossip. We break down pressure, perception, psychology, and power plays, especially when legacy is hanging in the balance. If you haven't already, hit like, subscribe, and drop your take below, because this conversation right here is about to divide the room. Now listen, let's really unpack this.
The recap of my day. Today I got up and I was like, I want to get my nails done because my nails were looking like trash. And I wanted to get my toes done because every nail, all the nail polish on my toes that came off. Because why? I've been running, I've been working, I've been running, I've been working. And after that, and I got my eyebrows done. And I got some lashes put on. And I was like, okay, so I knew it was Valentine's Day or whatever, but y'all, I've been head deep, knee deep, whatever you want to put it, however you want to say it, into my training. I wasn't thinking about Valentine's Day. Like, I'm like, yeah, Pap, flew down here a few days ago, and I was like, you know what? I really wasn't, I haven't been able to think about, like, no lovey-dovey shit. I've been on, like, kill time. Like, I got my lip busted yesterday in sparring. Like, I pieced up my sparring partner. Like, I'm thinking about the fight. But, I really was just like, whatever he decide, if he want to take me out to eat, if he want to give me a bear, if he want to give me a card, flowers. I wasn't expecting nothing. Nothing big or major anyway. And then he just like, oh, get dressed. We got to wear this type of attire and this stuff. We had certain time to be there. And I really didn't know what to expect, honestly. I had no idea. I didn't tell him I wanted anything for Valentine's Day. I didn't tell him what to get me. I just was like, I've been thinking about it. I haven't had sex in 5 weeks. You think I'm thinking about Valentine's Day? I ain't thinking about no lovey-dovey shit. I can't put it together. So I just was going with the flow. And honestly, when we got to the beach and we started walking on that sand, I was like, why are we here? Like, why are we here? I need to be laying down. I'm sore. I'm tired. Like, yeah, let's wrap this up. But y'all, I was in for the most biggest and beautiful and wonderful time that we had on the beach. I mean, we laughed. You guys seen the plane with the letters and everything in the air that I had no idea about. I was like, I was doing something and he was like, look, and I looked up and I was like, is that my fucking name? Genuinely, I was like, what is that? So as I'm reading the first word, Claressa, I'm like, what the? So I'm reading, I'm like, Claressa, PAPOOSE loves you. Happy Valentine's Day. I was like, shook. He did that. I'm not a girl you can make speeches, but I was like, yo, what? Yeah. Everybody on the beach was like, who's Claressa? And I was like, it's me. And then after he surprised me, y'all know I love a Van Cleef. He got me the white one for Christmas 2020. Was it 24? The Van Cleef one? And then he got me the black Van Cleef for Valentine's Day today. So I got the yin to the yang. And so I was like, and then the tent and the beach, he went and got us healthy food. I can't eat no bread or nothing. he went got his healthy food, and we just sat on the beach, just laid around, talked, and we laughed, and we just had such a good time, you guys. Such a good time. I think the video that I posted don't even do it just how much fun and how relaxing it was. And then right after we got back, we laid down for about an hour, and then I had to go to the gym. Yes, your girl still got to work out, y'all. We got a title fight next week, an undisputed heavyweight world championship fight, and I am ready to do this. I'm ready to do the damn thing. Okay. Like I said, I ain't had some. It's been too long. I done forgot what it looked like. It's been too long. We need to get this fight out the way. Real shit. On top of that, I ain't had no butter. I ain't had no bread. I need some bread from Texas Roadhouse and give me that motherfucking sweet butter. Yes, I want one of them mozzarella sticks from Chili, the ones that pull. You know, when you bite it, and then it go real long like the cheese. Oh, I can imagine it. Oh, I need that. I need to go ahead and get the dub out the way, baby. Because it's just too lit. I'm done. I had enough of this shit. I have. But today was great. And the flowers smell so good. We brought the flowers home. They smell.
When an elite athlete hits fight week, the expectation is simple: tunnel vision. We expect quiet rooms, sharp focus, cold intensity, and that almost detached energy that screams, nothing else matters. But Claressa Shields has never moved small a day in her life. And as we get closer to her undisputed heavyweight title defense in Detroit, what we're witnessing isn't subtle, it's scale. She stamped Detroit as her house. She placed herself in a top 5 GOAT tier next to Muhammad Ali, Serena Williams, Floyd Mayweather Jr., and Kobe Bryant. She openly said she's gone 5 weeks without sex because she's been fully immersed in camp. She talked about cutting bread and comfort food while daydreaming about mozzarella sticks and that famous butter from Texas Roadhouse, and then immediately posted a lavish Valentine's beach surprise orchestrated by PAPOOSE, complete with a plane spelling her name in the sky and luxury Van Cleef and Arpels gifts. That's not a quiet fight week. That's layered, emotional, high-visibility energy. And the real question isn't whether Claressa is confident, because clearly she is, but whether she's stacking too many narratives on top of one of the biggest fights of her career. Let's start with the detail that had everybody talking: 5 weeks, no sex. When she mentioned she hadn't been intimate for over a month because she's been deep in training, it wasn't dramatic and it wasn't framed like some grand sacrifice, but the internet grabbed it instantly because abstinence during camp has always been debated in combat sports circles. Some fighters swear it preserves aggression and mental clarity. Others call it folklore dressed up as science. But listen to this: the psychology of announcing that discipline publicly is where it gets interesting. When a fighter says they cut intimacy, cut bread, cut comfort, and lock in for war, they're constructing an image of total commitment. That image can spark admiration, the warrior who sacrifices everything. But it also raises the pressure, because once you present yourself as hyper-disciplined and completely locked in, anything less than dominance will be judged against that very narrative.
You right. You hear what I said? You right.
What?
Feel like a goddamn Barbie doll.
That's what I'm saying. That's every time.
And these lashes are so darn stinking cute. My God. Girl, please. This is so cute. Oh, baby, I really do it. Don't do your thing. Yeah, do your thing. You're right. It's fine. You know I got my favorite on the makeup. You know I got Fallon here. What? Say hey, Fallon.
Buenos noches.
The color in this wig is insane, okay? The color is crazy. Why you did that?
Why?
Okay, because that's making okay. Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. I know what you want. You know I got it. Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. As long as you want. You know I got it. Baby, if you give it to me.
Girl, get off that bullshit.
Come on now, you know you fucks with that song.
I do.
Yes.
I do. I can't even cap.
You feel me?
It's the way you sing it.
I'm singing how they sing it.
Okay. Hit it one more time.
Baby, if you give it to me, I give it to you. I know what you want. You know I got it.
Turn this way. I just want you to see how freaking skinny thick. Cause what?
No, it's definitely thick. It's definitely
Like,
Huh? Yeah. Now y'all know I love fight week because I get to get fined every motherfucking day. I love a fight week. Ooh, hair, makeup, body, water. Yeah. I like it like that. Huh? That girl is a f***ing model or something. You fight? No way. No, hold on. What you say? That little.
Now let's add the Valentine's spectacle to the mix. Right in the middle of talking about sore ribs from sparring, busted lips, and pure camp exhaustion, Claressa Shields pivots to how PAPOOSE surprised her with a beach setup, clean food that matched her diet, a plane writing her name across the sky, and more luxury Van Cleef Arpels pieces to add to the collection. She framed it as emotional and unexpected, saying romance wasn't even on her radar because her mind had been locked on destruction and preparation. On the surface, that reads like balance, an elite fighter who can nurture love while preparing for war. But go a layer deeper and you'll see it adds emotional weight to an already heavy week. Because now, this isn't just about defending belts, it's about defending the image of having everything aligned: love, discipline, confidence, legacy talk, and hometown dominance. And that's where pressure quietly compounds. Pressure in boxing doesn't just come from the opponent across the ring. It comes from narrative. It comes from expectation. It comes from the persona built in the days leading up to fight night. When Claressa placed herself in that GOAT tier, she wasn't hinting at ambition. She was declaring arrival. She didn't say maybe one day. She placed herself next to Muhammad Ali and Serena Williams, icons whose legacies are sealed in history. That kind of self-placement is bold, and boldness fuels elite competition, but it also invites microscopic scrutiny. Fans are fiercely protective of legends like Ali and Serena, so when an active fighter inserts herself into that space before the final chapter is written, it splits the room. Some hear supreme self-belief, others hear premature elevation, and division feeds commentary. Now scroll through the comments under her fight posts, and instead of breaking down strategy or her opponent's strengths, people are still joking about pops upstairs, still blending championship energy with relationship storyline memes. That contrast matters. While Claressa is talking belts and legacy, parts of the internet are consuming it like episodic drama. That creates tension between identity and perception. She sees herself as a dominant champion entering a defining moment. The internet, at least a portion of it, sees a layered narrative of romance, luxury, personality, and viral moments. None of that automatically disrupts focus, but it does create noise, and noise before a major fight can be fuel or friction. The fascinating part is that Claressa seems completely at home in the chaos. She'll talk about missing bread, craving butter from Texas Roadhouse, imagining mozzarella sticks stretching in slow motion, and then snap right back to, "We got a title fight next week." She can switch from glam doll energy to sparring aggression in one breath. That duality is her brand. She enjoys fight week because she gets to feel polished every day, hair, makeup, body glowing, while still sharpening weapons for war. But the more she layers glam, love, abstinence, luxury, and goat talk into one condensed moment, the more symbolic this fight becomes. If she dominates and walks through her opponent, this week will look like strategic balance. It will look like a woman who can control the ring, her relationship narrative, her discipline, and her legacy conversations simultaneously. It will look like confirmation. If the fight is messy, close, or worse, then every clip, the GOAT list, the abstinence comment, the beach spectacle, the My House declaration, gets replayed with a different lens. That's the gamble of visibility, and that's why this one feels psychologically heavier than usual. This isn't about whether PAPOOSE supports her. Clearly he does. It isn't about whether abstinence improves performance. That debate never ends. It's about cumulative optics. Fight week is typically narrow and focused. Claressa's fight week expanded outward into legacy claims, romantic displays, lifestyle flexes, and territorial declarations. Expansion doesn't equal distraction. It signals she's living unapologetically out loud. The real question is whether living out loud before battle amplifies power or amplifies risk. And this is where the audience divides. Some will see a fighter so secure she can celebrate love, discipline her body, rank herself among legends, and still prepare for war without losing edge. Others will argue that stacking ego, romance, and spectacle before a hometown title defense introduces extra variables into an already pressurized environment. Because Detroit isn't neutral ground, she called it her house. That's territorial language. That's dominance language. When you claim the arena as your house, you're claiming ownership of the outcome. Ownership demands performance. So now we have a fighter who has publicly declared elite self-belief, publicly detailed sacrifice, publicly displayed romantic spectacle, publicly embraced glam confidence, and publicly stamped Detroit as her territory, all before stepping into the ring. That's a lot of narrative weight to carry into one night. So here's the question that's going to define this episode, and probably the comment section too. When you hear Claressa align herself with Ali and Serena, when you hear her talk about 5 weeks of abstinence and extreme discipline, when you see the spectacle unfold, what do you see? When you see the beach plane, the skywriting, and the luxury gifts, are you looking at supreme champion level confidence or a level of self-elevation that might be flirting with fate? Is this the mindset of someone who already knows her name belongs in history, or someone announcing legacy before sealing it with one more dominant showing? Because Saturday night won't just decide who walks out with the belts, it's going to decide which version of this entire week becomes true. The masterclass in balance or the cautionary story of stacking too much too fast. That friction between love and legacy, discipline and spectacle, confidence and possible overreach is what elevates this beyond a simple title defense. It turns the moment into a referendum on identity. Now the floor is yours. When you process everything Claressa Shields has said and displayed this week, what do you see? Razor-sharp focus or mounting pressure disguised as confidence? Because Saturday night won't just determine who leaves with gold around their waist. It'll determine how this entire buildup gets remembered. Drop your perspective in the comments. I genuinely want to know where you land. Confidence or arrogance?